I'm so happy, excited, and honored to be able to do this live today on World Health Day on the Fastandup India platform. Thank you so much for having me, guys. I really appreciate it. So today on World Health Day, we'll be talking about health and wellness, especially during challenging times as these. Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Tracy D. I am a certified nutrition advisor. I'm also a diet and weight management coach. Well, my mantra is very easy and simple, guys, that being healthy and staying fit need not be complicated. If somebody tells you otherwise, you run in the opposite direction. That way you burn some calories too. So that's a win-win. Now do follow me on my Instagram page. It's called nutrition_mind-body-soul. I will be sharing simple tips for healthy living. Now, getting back to this session today on World Health Day, let me talk a little more about what it is exactly. So World Health Day is a global health awareness day celebrated on the 7th of April every year. It is under the sponsorship of World Health Organization and other similar organizations. Now, the aim behind this is to ensure that people all over the world realize their right to good health. Now, each year draws attention to a specific health topic of concern that probably needs, everybody's focus. For instance, April 2020 last year, the WHO had the theme that is dedicated a year for nurse and midwife. Now, I'm sure all of you would agree that they make a massive contribution to the society and to the world. In fact, nurses are the unsung heroes of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, April 2021, that is this year, the theme is leading to a fairer and healthier world. Now, most of you would be wondering, why this particular theme? Well, guys, COVID-19 highlighted the fact, though a lot of us have access to a healthier life, or we have access to medical facilities, amenities, medication, there are some people who are not as fortunate as us, right? So that is sad. It is extremely unfair, but also preventable at the same time. So we urge out to leaders across the globe to make sure that every person has living and working conditions conducive to good health. So on that note, let's start this session today, guys. I will start off by the importance of good nutrition. Let's first understand why good nutrition is so important, and then we can move on more about it in details. So first and foremost, when you eat the right foods, when you get the right nutrients in your system, it helps reduce your risk of chronic diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, stroke, certain kinds of cancer, and also osteoporosis, to name a few. Secondly, it helps reduce your blood cholesterol, it helps lower your blood pressure, it helps boost your immune system and your energy levels. Guys, if your body gets all the right nutrients, even if you fall sick, your body will heal faster. For example, if you're injured, you have a wound, it will heal faster. So for all these reasons and so much more, good nutrition is essential. Now, I'm sure a question pops up in your mind. So what exactly is good nutrition? Well, the food that you consume on a daily basis, if it ensures that your body gets all the essential nutrients. Now, we're talking about macronutrients, micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, water. If your body is able to absorb all of these in the essential quantities to function optimally, that's when you know you have all the right nutrients in your system. Now, when you plan your meal or your snacks, make sure to have foods that are high in nutrient. We call them nutrient dense foods. They could also be low in calories, so that is good for you. Now, guys, nutrition is a vast subject. I could go on and on, but like I mentioned previously, I like to keep things simple. So I have narrowed it down to 7 points that if you incorporate in your day-to-day lives, it could probably help you to leading a healthier lifestyle. So point number 1 you need to keep in mind, which comes as no surprise, is your water intake. That is hydration, right? Now, there's a lot of debate going on about how much water is right or how much water intake is ideal for a woman or a man, for children, for instance. Well, there is no magic number as such, because the water requirement also varies, guys, from person to person. It depends on your age, it depends on your level of physical activity, it depends on your medical conditions, and last but not the least, on environmental conditions. Now, let's say we have summers in a lot of countries right now. It's getting hot. Your body is trying to maintain its temperature. It is losing out on water. That's the natural process, right, of sweating. So you're losing out on electrolytes, fluid. So you need to compensate that. How do you do that? By sipping on water throughout the day. If you don't like the taste, add some lemon or lime like I just did. Now, guys, special attention to babies, to children, and the elderly, since they tend to get dehydrated faster as compared to adults. My second important point is eat fruits and vegetables, lots of it. Now, eat a rainbow is a fundamental health tip we hear about all the time, right? That means eat all the colors. Now, I'm not talking about artificially flavored foods or Skittles and M&Ms. We're talking about naturally flavored foods. Now, that comes from phytonutrient, which is a natural chemical compound. It helps the fruits and vegetables to protect against, say, bugs, insects, against the harsh rays of the sun and other threats. Now, each color of the fruit and vegetable indicates a specific nutrient. Let me give you a few examples. So, for instance, if you have orange and yellow fruits and vegetables, that will help reduce your risk of heart disease. It will be great for your immune system. It will also be great for your skin, for example. Now, moving on to green fruits and vegetables, we all know that they help in detoxifying. They also reduce your risk of heart disease. They help to energize you and vitalize you. Then we have the purple and blue fruits and vegetables. They are great to reduce unwanted inflammation. Also, they help against certain types of cancer. And let's talk about the red fruits and vegetables. Great for your skin, guys. Helps reduce the risk of diseases, cancer, and so much more. So eat a rainbow is something I think you should add to your plate. Now, my third point would be, do you believe in 6 small meals for a day or 3 square meals? What's your take on that? Well, guys, let me tell you again, there is no right or wrong. You need to figure out what works best for you. For some people, 6 small meals a day would help them keep, fit and energized. On the other hand, for some others, 3 square meals a day would be ideal. So it's a trial and error. You find out what works best for you and you stick to that. Now, my fourth point would be eat your fats. Guys, there's a lot of misconception that fats make you fat, and a lot of us completely try to cut down fat from our diet. It is wrong. Guys, fats have an important function. They have many important functions. For instance, they help store energy, they help insulate your body, that is, they help maintain your core temperature. They also help in absorption of certain nutrients. So they have a lot of important functions, guys. Please do not skip fat out of your diet, but make sure that you eat the good fat. Now, that is important. For example, we have avocados, we have coconut oil, olive oil, salmon, fatty fish, nuts, seeds, for instance. So make sure to incorporate fats in your diet. Moving on to the next point would be eat your proteins. Guys, proteins again have a very important function. Do not, cut down on your protein. It is known as the building block of your body. A lot of people believe that protein can be only attained through animal-based products. That is not true. A lot of plant-based products or food also contain a lot of protein. Now, if you lack in protein, guys, you could lose out on muscle mass, you could feel lack of energy, you could feel weak, and of course, it can slow down your metabolism. So make sure to consume enough protein on a daily basis. You could have soy, asparagus, broccoli, spinach, tempeh. There's a lot of plant-based and animal-based protein out there. Now, the next important point I have is the things to avoid. Guys, cut down on salt, sugar, processed foods, trans fats, and saturated fats. Now, I know in a fast-paced life, it's a little difficult to probably cut out completely processed foods or foods comprising of trans fat. I would recommend to probably cut down, go easy on it, and with time probably it'll be a habit or you'll be more used to avoiding these foods. So just take one step at a time. Now, my last but equally important point, I'm not sure if everybody talks about it enough, is eating mindfully. Now, what I mean by that is when you're having your meal, for instance, are you not stuck on your phone? Are you not watching TV? Most of us are doing that. Are we not distracted, talking to our friends, family? Guys, you need to avoid that, because you'd be surprised to know when you're distracted, your body is unable to absorb about 30 to 40% of the nutrients from your food. So that's a huge number. Also, another point I'd like to add, guys, is eating mindfully actually starts from when you buy your food. You pay attention to what you're buying. When you prepare your food, how are you preparing it? When you serve your food, when you consume your food, you need to be mindful when you're doing all of this. This is what I mean by eating mindfully. So when you eat mindfully, guys, your body can absorb all the right nutrients and it will benefit you immensely. So these were my 7 simple tips to remember with in relation to good nutrition. Right, moving on to another important topic, that would be fitness, staying physically fit. Now, a lot of my clients, they eat well, they eat nutrition food, but they do not work out enough. On the other hand, some of my clients are eating well, but they're not focusing on nutrition. Guys, it is all about balance. You can't do one and not care about the other. If you want to reap the maximum benefits, you need to make sure you eat right and you're also physically active. Now you'd say, Trace, I don't really have the time. I'm so stressed out. There's so much going on, especially with the current situation, right? Well, it's all about intention and time management, guys. I know it's easier said than done, but what you could do is squeeze in 30 minutes a day for starters with intense workouts and then gradually move your way up. So let's have a look at some of the benefits of being physically active or working out. All right, so first and foremost, the very important benefit, of course, is weight management. Now that is something that concerns all of us, right? Me too. So when you work out, you will burn calories, right? So if you want to lose weight, for instance, or if you want to maintain your ideal weight, lucky you. So you have to work out, guys. The more you work out, the more calories you lose. So do the math. Number 2 would be being physically active. Again, combats a lot of diseases and health issues. So make sure you try to put in that workout every day. Now, third would be it boosts your mood, guys. Now, when you work out, there are certain brain chemicals that are activated or stimulated. You know what it does? It helps you feel happier. It reduces your level of stress. It de-stresses you. Also, working out helps to boost your confidence, your self-esteem, and it also brings that glow on your face. So Ganti, so do put in a workout in your daily schedule. So next, what I would like to talk about is how physical activity also increases your energy levels. Now, when you work out, right, nutrients and oxygen is transported to every cell in your body. Your heart rate is fast, so your cardiovascular health starts to improve. You're breathing faster, your lung health starts to improve. All this contributes to you being more energized. The next point I have in mind is that exercise helps you sleep better. Now guys, just a pro tip here, do not work out too close to your bedtime, because when you work out too close to your bedtime, you would probably be more energized than usual, and you will probably struggle to sleep. So make sure you work out about 5 to 6 hours before you hit the bed. Now, another important point is that when you work out, it gets the spark back into your sex life for both men and women. Last but not the least, exercise can be fun and social. Of course, the current circumstances, we're not able to go out as much, guys, but do try to, probably find your ways and means. You could do a home workout, you could go riding a bike if possible, you could join a soccer team maybe later when things are a little open. You could do that. And also, exercise can be a fun way of socializing, right? So these are my 7 points that would probably encourage you guys to go and work out. Well guys, just excuse me for a minute. Well, I hope you're enjoying the session so far. Give me a thumbs up. Alright guys, so the next topic I wanted to speak to you about or shed light on is supplementation or supplements. I get a lot of questions asked about this all the time, so I'll just talk about it briefly. Now, supplementation is needed to bridge the nutritional gap and maintain a balance of nutrients obtained from food and at the same time from supplements. Guys, now please pay attention to this. Some of us believe that if we have supplements, we can compromise on our food. That is a no-no. It's a combination of food and supplements. Just because you're having supplements doesn't mean you can skip your meals, okay? So just be mindful of that. Now, there are certain people that I highly recommend supplements to. For example, those with a vegan and vegetarian diets. Vegans have a very restricted diet. They do not consume animal-based products. They do not consume dairy products, for instance. So you're not getting your vitamin B12. Now, B12 is very important, guys. It's needed for nerve function. It's needed for brain tissue. It's needed for the production of red blood cells. So guys, you do not compromise on this. Please go ahead and have your B12 supplements. Another 2 common nutritional deficiencies I would like to highlight are iron, which causes anemia, and vitamin D. Though we are blessed with so much sunlight, unfortunately, a lot of people still do not get enough of vitamin D. Both of these supplements you may consider having, guys. Now, on the other hand, if you have good nutritious meals, you probably need not opt for supplements. You could skip them. But if you're somebody who's probably recovering from an illness, for example, if you work out and you want to build muscle, or elderly, or if you're low in nutrients, you could probably opt for supplements. Just at the top of my mind, I have a favorite supplement right now from Fastandup that is called the Fastandup Reload Electrolyte Energy and Hydration. Now that is for hydration, guys. It is great for the summers. It's great for workout and travel. It has sodium, potassium, magnesium and chlorides to restore, and it comes in berry flavor. Of course, Fastandup has an entire range of products suitable for each one of us out there. So do check it out on fastandup.in. Now, my last topic for the day, guys, is the importance of a positive attitude. and your outlook, actually, let's put it that way. Now, in the times of pandemic, a lot of us have been stressing out. We've been dealing with a lot mentally, financially, physically. A lot of us are going through stress. A lot of us, unfortunately, have lost out on our jobs, have lost a loved ones. We have a family member who's probably not doing well or is ill in the hospital. Times are tough, I do understand, and a lot of us are depressed, guys. In that case, please do be open to get help. There is no shame in that. When you're depressed or when you're stressed, you could probably cause a lot of pain to your near and dear ones. So be open to help. Also, I would suggest meditation, yoga, affirmations. Practicing positive affirmations do help. You could also probably say a prayer. You need to find what works best for you, what calms your soul, what makes you feel happier and lighter. Guys, you may be eating well, you may be working out, but if you don't have the positive mindset, if you do not have peace, it's not going to help. It's going to come out in one way or the other. Your cells will react. So in totality, I'd say health and wellness depends on not only what you feed your body, it also depends on what you feed your mind and your soul, right? So that is all from my side today, guys. I saw a couple of questions I'd like to probably take. All right, somebody asked me that how do I know if there is a deficiency? Well, guys, first and foremost, if you're facing some deficiency over a long term, you'll definitely find or spot some signs and symptoms for it. For example, let's talk about vitamin K. If you have that deficiency, you would probably bruise easily. You would find blood spots under your nails, and your stool would be a dark black or tar color. That's when you are probably low on vitamin K, for example. So you could probably have green leafy vegetables, kale, spinach, collards to deal with that. Another way to find out, which I highly recommend, what nutritional deficiencies we face is doing a blood test, guys. It's very simple. It will give you all the details, what nutrients you are lacking on, and then you can eat your way accordingly. All right, somebody asked me about my secret to healthy hair. Guys, it's all about food. You could probably add foods such as eggs, spinach, fatty fish, avocados, nuts, and berries to your diet. Yes. Okay, another quick question I'd like to answer is somebody was asking me how much of protein, fat, carbs do we need in our diet? Well, guys, ideally, most of us would be surprised that we need a high percentage of carbohydrates in our diet on a daily basis, about 45 to 65%. So if you're consuming, say, 2,000 calories, you need 900 to 1,300 calories of carbs in your diet. Now I'm talking about good carbs, that is the complex carbs here. For fat, the range is from 20 to 35% of the total calorie count, and for proteins, it's a simple simple maths. You multiply 0.8 into your weight in kilograms. So 0.8 into 60, for instance, and that would be 48 grams. Of course, your requirement varies from person to person, guys. There is no magic number for each and everyone. Well, guys, unfortunately, I'm running short of time, so I'll have to end the session here. I hope that you enjoyed watching this session as much as I enjoyed talking to you guys. I hope that you learned from it. Do follow me on my Instagram page, nutrition_mind body soul. I wish you all good health always. Thank you, Fastandup, for having me. Bye for now.